Imagine for a moment that within your skull there lies an entire cosmos, an ever-shifting galaxy of cells, circuits, and electric storms. This is not science fiction. This is your brain. Today, I invite you to step beyond the familiar territory of conscious thought, to venture deep into the hidden landscapes of perception, memory, and creation. We will explore how the simplest thought can reshape your very biology, how the quietest dream can unlock boundless creativity, and how each of us carries within an untamed frontier that science is only beginning to map. Prepare yourself for an odyssey into the most complex structure in the known universe, your own mind. The human brain accounts for barely 2% of our body weight, yet it devours a staggering 20% of our metabolic energy. Picture billions of neurons, each one a tiny lightning rod, blazing with the fuel your body supplies. If you slashed your brain's power consumption even slightly, you would feel the dimming of awareness, the fuzziness of memory, the dulling of sensation. Yet all that raw energy culminates in something no machine has ever replicated: consciousness itself. We do not yet fully understand how electric pulses translate into self-awareness, how biological tissue becomes the seat of imagination. And that uncertainty is thrilling, because at its edges lies infinite possibility. To grasp the astonishing power of your mind, consider the phenomenon of neural mapping. Every sight, every smell, every fleeting touch leaves behind a distinct pattern of connections. Neuroscientists call these imprints engrams, but you can think of them as the brain's fingerprints on reality. When you stroll through your childhood home, the floorboards seem to whisper secrets you cannot quite place, because deep within your temporal lobe lies a mosaic of scenes that played out decades ago. If two people witness the same sunset, they deposit vastly different neural tracings, tinted by personal history, by mood, by subtle quirks of attention. Reality, then, is not something we simply observe. It is something we build, moment by moment, layer by layer. Now, let us shift to the alchemy of thought itself. Imagine raising your arm. Your motor cortex lights up as if you had actually moved, even if you stay perfectly still. In one famous study, athletes who spent weeks rehearsing their routines mentally achieved improvements on par with those who trained physically. This mental rehearsal rewires your brain, strengthens synaptic pathways, and primes your body for action. When you imagine success, when you feel it as though it is already real, your brain releases the same suite of chemicals that flood the body in moments of triumph. Dopamine surges, adrenaline sharpens your senses, your muscles tense in anticipation. You begin to act in ways that align with that imagined outcome. Thought has become action. You've crossed the border where internal vision bleeds into external reality. But belief alone can cut both ways. The placebo effect shows that expectation alone can trigger real physiological change. Give a patient a sugar pill and call it medicine, and they often report pain relief, tangible improvement. Conversely, the nocebo effect reveals how negative expectations can breed illness. A whispered warning is sometimes enough to summon nausea, headaches, anxiety. Your mind, working through the body's chemistry, transforms idea into experience. This is neither mysterious nor mystical. It is composed of hormones, receptors, neural pathways. The boundary between mind and body dissolves. Beneath all this lies the remarkable gift of neuroplasticity. When you learn a new skill, whether it's mastering chopsticks, playing piano, or speaking Cantonese, you are physically sculpting your brain. Regions once silent will thicken, fiber tracks will reroute, dormant circuits will awaken. A Harvard research team found that just 8 weeks of daily meditation increased cortical thickness in areas associated with attention and emotional regulation. Your brain is not a static textbook illustration. It is a living, growing sculpture, responding to every choice you make, every challenge you face. You are its architect, its engineer, its ongoing experiment. Beyond these general principles lie human capacities so extraordinary they border on the surreal. Some individuals achieve near photographic recall of entire pages, not through magical intuition but through mnemonic techniques that weave images, stories, and spatial cues into invincible memory palaces. Others experience synesthesia, a cross-wiring of senses where notes resonate in colors and words evoke textures. Lucid dreamers learn to recognize dream signs, odd symbols, or impossible physics, then seize control of their nightly adventures. Virtual reality research is now teaching us to induce out-of-body illusions, simply by altering the timing and location of tactile feedback. What was once the domain of shamans and visionaries is emerging under the scrutiny of science. In our final stretch, let us turn toward practices that can awaken the mind's latent powers. Begin with breath. Deep, deliberate inhalation and exhalation shift your brainwaves from frenetic beta into soothing alpha and theta rhythms, enabling clarity and calm. Integrate brief cold exposure, an ice-cold shower or a plunge in frigid water, to trigger the surge of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that nourishes new neurons. Consider biofeedback, where real-time data on your heart rate or brainwaves trains you to modulate stress and sharpen focus. Explore the cutting edge of non-invasive brain-computer interfaces, where thought alone navigates digital worlds. Even the careful, guided use of psychedelic compounds in therapeutic settings shows remarkable potential to break entrenched neural patterns, offering profound shifts in perspective and mental health. As we conclude this voyage, remember, your brain is not a fixed destination but a boundless landscape. Each thought, each feeling, each intention sculpts its terrain. The journey of discovery, into memory, imagination, belief, and beyond, never truly ends. So choose one practice tonight. Start a personal journal of your dreams and mental experiments. Set aside 10 minutes to visualize your highest potential. Feel the electric charge of possibility in every breath. Then, return tomorrow and do it again. Over weeks and months, you will witness subtle transformations, new corners of creativity, sharper emotional balance, a more resilient mind. Share your experiences below. Your story may be the spark that lights another's odyssey. If this exploration resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and pass it on to friends who crave the same frontiers. Thank you for traveling with me into the infinite power of your own mind. The adventure is just beginning.